Chat, this, I'm telling you, this is like the game. You know those YouTube thumbnails where they're like, is this the one? Next big hit? What else is there? You all know what I'm talking about. Alrena. Oh, you can spin the characters? They learn from Marvel Rivals. All right, so Alrena. Oh, snap, you can zoom in? Yo, they thought of everything. Her passive, deal additional damage and restore health per enemy hit. Doubled on bosses. Her Q, Golden Explosion, deals damage to enemies and heals allies. You sacrifice your own life when you cast this. Huh. Okay. Oh my god, this character is kinda hypey already. I don't know how I feel about the Q just yet. We get most of our healing back from our R into basic attack. The R is also a dash, which is kind of interesting. Almost feels like I'm playing Warwick from League of Legends. It's not quite that, though. Find Ember Trail. My attacks ricochet, doing fire damage to nearby enemies. For each enemy engulfed in flames, get damage and healing. That's good for us. This only heals at, like, under 60%. So I feel like it actually goes here. But we have to actually set enemies on fire. My basic attack does fire? Yeah, I have one stack until they died. This character has like so much more to it than anybody else. When do I Q? I heal to full. That's pretty exciting. Give me the most potent curse possible. Because at this point, honestly, I don't need to press Q, right? Unless the Q is my boss killer. Like, did I heal? This character's rocket science. What in the world? Someone said this is just Soraka, but it's so not. I have a lot of hours on Soraka, actually. This ain't it. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just this is rocket science. Scatter Shot. Fires 5 dark bullets, dealing damage and triggers half of your attack effects. My attacks deal additional damage and restore health. That's an attack effect, I think. So I'm getting that by default on W. Does not pierce. That did fire damage. Graves auto attack added. I miss old Graves. Run! I mean, having a close range shotgun's pretty fun. Ice Shield. That's a good E for us. Bites the enemy, restoring life. Is that just better than her Q? I should probably use this. Probably. Fire. I could put this on my W, right? Because it does fire. Just off of my attack effect. Pretty sure that's how that works. Chat, it's rocket science. This is like actually nuts. Wait, who does that? Mush, you know League of Legends. Who's like dash into cleave? Is that? It's like Nocturne's cleave, but someone, whenever they do a dash, their next empowered auto attack does that. Dang, I wish that actually pierced. That'd be nuts. Oh, you know, it's probably Silas? After every ability do the AoE spin? No shot. I was about to say Raven's Watch. The wolf in Raven's Watch has something similar to this. I just realized. Oh, she needs attack speed. Even just this 1 point of attack speed must be so helpful. Just so like I do the dash, it doesn't take 9 years for that attack to come out. Rek'Sai. That's also, wait, I didn't know that many characters have a like empowered cleave in League of Legends. It's also Rek'Sai, but you only get 1 instead of 3. That's so funny. When this deals damage to any enemy, it deals additional light damage and increases memory haste. Can only be triggered once every 3 seconds. We don't need haste on this. I guess it's the R. It's just weird though, like, it's empowering my basic attack. Will my basic attack get 63 additional light damage? I have no idea. This character's so weird. Diana, 3rd hit looking at? That's funny. Alright, so let's assume that Q is used for bosses. Got a good chunk of my life back. Let's not die, though. I got a little greedy. Too many Qs. Those cost max HP to do them. Wait, this character's kind of cracked. Upgrade? Definitely have to upgrade our passive, right? This is mandatory. The R is really good too. I genuinely enjoy pressing this button. That might be her best button. Chat, this, I'm telling you, this is like the game. You know those YouTube thumbnails where they're like, is this the one? Next big hit? What else is there? You all know what I'm talking about. You've all seen it. Crap! I don't know what this effect is on me. They call it delirious. Glacial Stomp. Stomp the ground, stunning enemies, gain a shield for each one hit. Higher level Scatter Shot, ++. Umbral Edge was kind of nice. Could get cooldown reduction on the R. Fire conversion. I think this is okay to stay here. I'm kinda interested in the Glacial Stomp. That could be even like cooler, no pun intended, than Ice Shield. Like, I might need the stun. Oh, is this a training dummy? It looks like it can die. Not them putting S to stop, by the way. Why is this dev know everything? That's uncalled for. Oh, I'm gonna get stuck. Oops. Hunters have occupied the area. You must flee. Do I? What if I'm the hunter? Who's getting hunted now? I hope this thing's actually doing something. Yeah, something about this R tickles me. Definitely her best button. I am actually gonna get double Hunter here. I wonder what I'm losing by doing this. A little laggy. I lost some FPS. What in the world? Or is that screen shake? Not gonna lie, I can't tell if I'm dropping frames or if the screen's just shaking that much. Oh, these can't be stunned. Yeah, I think I'm losing the reward that might be on the map. I messed up somewhere. I'm getting way too many hunter maps. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, chat might be lagging. This is not good. And I'm delirious. Are we done? I'm not done. There's more. Can you all see how hard we're working? That was actually nuts. But, okay, we're actually free. Holy. I thought I was gonna have to do another hunter. Finally, we're out of hell. Finally, I can play the game again. Yeah, I'm doing little fire explosions. That's coming from Beaver. So we're definitely getting fire damage. Ice Shield came back. But I like my new toy. Frigid Mist! Oh my god. We gotta weave in and out. What? It's blocking the bridge. That's messed up. Oh, no. Imagine if that auto kills you for staying in it for too long. Or just does some big damage. I'd report that on the spot. That is not balanced. Luckily, that's not the case. How close are we? 1, 2. So guaranteed I can get 1, 2, 3 new areas. I think we go for the Intense Curse. Wait, chat. What's better, substantial or greater? Potent or intense? Those sound equally bad to me. And you could say OV red is better than gold, but gold to me is the legendary color. Lose money on hit. Basic attacks are converted to dark damage. Is that anti-synergy? Do I get both dark damage and fire? I still don't really know how my basic attack does fire in the first place. It's like, to me, attacks just automatically are fire, which makes no sense. We'll check it. If I don't see ricochet anymore, then probably something's wrong. So I have to do this 4 times. Like, be vulnerable 4 times. Am I chilled? I think I'm still doing fire. Both fire and dark at the same time. Oh, that thing just got bopped. Oh, me too. Huge. Fragment of Radiance. That sounds fun. That auto-equipped itself. When you cast another memory or use dodge, get a thunder stack. When you cast this memory, consume all stacks to call down lightning, doing damage for each stack. I mean, as long as I'm doing abilities, it could go on anything, right? You just don't want it on something that has a really long cooldown, or else you won't really spend the stacks very much. Oh, no, it picked up. Okay, I was like, why can I not use the well? I really like this. Think we giga invest. Radiance. This allows us to do a different encounter. It's gonna show up on the map, I think. Or maybe it shows up on the next map. Maybe I don't have enough nodes left on this one. Really? I wish I could stun those. Yeah, we're not using Q at all. We gotta get rid of this. It's actually pointless. Like, I'm sure the Giga experts who know this game are like spamming Q until you have no life left, but for right now, I see no point in pressing that button. Memory damage increased when enemy health is low. I'm pressing every button. Every button has its use. Except Q. When its memory hits an enemy, it fires a charcoal, dealing damage. If it's burning, it deals additional fire damage. Really, my W is my only source of fire, I think. I know I said I have fire on basic attack. Oh, Hunter's here? I didn't see it. My bad. Wow. Good attack speed on cast. Not terrible, but we're not like an auto attacker. I'm more like one cleave. And that's it. I'm not gonna spend the money on that. All right, second boss. We have movement, so I'm not like super afraid of this. I just can't get like that much damage taken. I can make a lot of mistakes here. Of course, stun is worthless. Really? Bruh! Q! There's my 1 Q. Spin the win! Eat that. Oh, that's the fever! Oh, wow. That thing got destroyed. What in the world? That was so much easier than my other run. I wish I knew what was doing the damage. I have no idea. Like, I know for a fact we are spamming this. And I guess probably our own basic attack has some use too. But this is... If it's like base damage... a 9 damage increase. This thing is 15. So, like, I don't know how these numbers line up. I don't know if that's like a give me a DPS chart kind of deal. I guess it's tough. Like, do you always need your game to tell you exactly every bit of information, or do you want the player to try to like figure it out on their own? But I do feel like in some ways it's very difficult for me to know what's really popping off. I press every button and I know they're all good buttons. That's all I got to go off of right now. Maybe the dev, like, that's enough. Just don't buff your Q. And you're probably making the right choice. All right, we do take this. That's our new Q. Again, I hate having to press the button though. Love the OST on this map, so good. Pillar of Flame, summon a pillar at target area, doing immediate damage, and then does damage over 2 seconds. Shadow Walk is also pretty good if you want another dash. I don't think that's necessary though. Summon and swing a Great Frost Sword, doing a bunch of damage to enemies and knock them back. If it hits a single target, does additional damage. Every 10 seconds, Empower. Damage dealt is increased. If it deals light damage, does even more. But I would have to take something off. Every 10 seconds, cast is empowered. The initial damage dealt is increased. I don't think I do any of this. Like, I guess I could talcum powder and just put it on my Q. This thing has the longest cooldown in my entire kit. So I feel like that, it makes sense to go in that spot. Probably doesn't like super matter. Ow. Where in the world did you come from? Get shotgunned. You would think I lost healing somehow, but I think everything's just hitting me. That had some damage taken. Not them putting the Rek'Sai cleave in. That's so funny to me. Having an extra dash is like interesting, but I feel like that's not the right hit. Chat, would you all say this is closer to Rek'Sai or closer to Silas? With the cleave. I still can't really put my finger on it. Ow. I just be taking damage. To like nothing. Those explode. But like, is this stuff loading in and just hurting me? Wow, you actually knocked me into that. Good for you. Just in case. All right, so Fragment of Radiance is pointing to this location. If I remember correctly, this leads you to an optional boss. I'm doing a lot of dark damage now. It's supposed to be additional darkness damage. I don't think I'm doing like a full dark conversion. I know this says it's dark conversion. Is that an issue? Oh wow, cooldown reduction on the R for doing a basic attack. Ain't no way. I'm worried about this thing doing dark conversion. Like maybe there's a world where that's actually bricking our build. Like it has healing built into it. I'm gonna try taking it off and see if the build feels better. Chat, how do I know what to level up? This thing is actually doing something, I can tell. I can see this. The other things I can't really see. We may not need that anymore if we're running momentum. It's only 0.5. Maybe not that strong. Do you want to travel to the other world? You can return later, and the hunters will not move during the turn. Sure. I'm not afraid. I only just sold something as an experiment. Apollonus. Are we doing good damage? Veedotme seek. It's a seek. Whoa. Was that me or was that the boss? Couldn't tell if that was friendly fire or not. Oh god, I'm dying. Like, I have to stay on this side to see what I'm doing. Veedotme seek. What am I doing, though? That's a very good question. It's a lot of R. I know that. I'm worried that we're not leveling up our basic attack enough. Alright, I think this boss always drops World Cracker, which is a light beam. Basically Hyper Beam from Pokemon. We do not use that. Not here. Maybe if I had like stuns and stuff, but this is purely melee. Not doing melee is actually a throw. If anything, I need a stomp. The Q is cool, but I'm forgetting to do it. Stomp might actually solve that problem. Gravity weighs you down. All move speed reduced. What? This is like anti-me. This is literally breaking my build live. How am I supposed to operate like this? Oh, it's done. Do I get bonus rewards or anything? I just had to do that for fun. The presence of a powerful monster can be felt. Go back in. Chat, if this gets you hyped up for some Veedotme League of Legends, I'll consider this stream a success. Honestly, that's all I care about. Like, the game can be good, or it could be bad. If I'm playing the game well, that's like so much better. Palm pushes enemies, they do damage on the wall. We are not doing spin to win, because I can't afford to be spinning. Blink and deal fire damage nearby. Cooldown reduced for each enemy hit. That is incredibly interesting, but I think we have too many things that already do that. When dealing light damage, reduce this memory's cooldown even further. I feel like our cooldowns are already too low. Kind of a weird problem to have. Drop 4 light meteors. We passed the thing that does extra based on light. I don't think I want to run Blink in place of Q. Like, it's a fun idea. It's a short distance too. If it was like the global stomp effect, I would take it. But if it's like literally a dash and does some extra damage, I don't think we do that. I can't do any more of this map. I can't milk it any further. Not gonna lie, I didn't see that. It shot and missed. It probably looked pretty clean, but that was pure luck. That was not me actually dodging it in the slightest. Flame Jet. Sustained area of effect damage. The reason why we're not replacing W with something like that is the W does attack effects. We don't want to be a mage. That's probably the best part about W, is it does attack effects for some reason. Like, even that healed me for 26 damage. Because I did my empowered auto attack. Alright, third boss. If we do anywhere near as well as we did on second boss, this should be clean. I love that joke. Oh my god! The fever effect scares me. I swear it's like actually gonna damage me, but it's not. Alright. Phase change. We got ads. I completely messed that up. I didn't do my stun. Oh, wow. I should not attack her during that. Even though I was on the edge. The hitbox on that does not work the way I think it works. Very unfortunate. We just don't participate in that attack at all. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That was not half bad at all. Upgrade, as if we're gonna keep going. This actually might be legit. It's just like 20 extra damage. That's 50 extra damage. Okay. So, goal, move deeper into the rapids. I've actually never done this before. I only ever do Pure White Dream, which stops the run. I think this is a loop. Shape of Dreams is a game in development and the ending is not yet prepared, so from now on, the stages you have visited will repeat, so that's the loop. Instead, the growth of enemies and item builds have been created considering the late game and multiple playthroughs, so keep playing to match your desired build, unlock collectibles, and unravel the story and secrets of the rapids. Thanks again for playing. Thank you from the Lizard Smoothie team. Yo, shout out to the dev. This... Honestly, round of applause. I dare say this is like the game I'm looking out for. This is like well beyond good to me. And like, if it looks difficult for you to play, remember you can play WASD. It is controller compatible. I'm sure I'm only making it look harder. I'm probably playing the game how I'm not supposed to play it. But it's for some reason genuinely fun to me. This, I'm sure there's some stuff that could get enhanced. I don't know what that is just yet. I'd have to really think about it. As the game releases into early access, remember, this is just a demo. This isn't even like early access yet. I'd say this is glorified early access, I suppose. So I guess like when it comes time to be full release, I wouldn't mind, obviously, more chippa, more of these things, more abilities. Obviously, I would love to see different bosses. That goes without saying. If you have a roguelike game, if you could have extra bosses, that's all, like, always the right direction to go in. It doesn't really have to be Binding of Isaac levels, where there's literally 100 bosses. But even a game like Tiny Rogues has, like, a good amount of bosses to be good variety. And then as you level up the Ascensions, the bosses will have like ads or some extra buffs to it that makes it like a little bit different. I think if they go the Risk of Rain route, where like each character has an alternate moveset, that would be really fun. People love that. They'll even make tier lists about that. Like, what's the best starter for each character? Maybe as the dev, you just think of what content can I add that people would make tier lists about. This is a roguelike, by the way. So I guess my only other, like, worry about this game is how often can I replicate this build? Because if I'm gonna just play this build every single time I play this game, then that's, like, a little bit worrying. It just depends on RNG, I'm sure, but I don't know if they have controls in place to make sure that each build, not each build, but there's different viable builds, not all just R spam. It'd be cool to have like alternate versions of abilities too. Like Scattershot that might only do maybe a shorter range pierce, or has pierce in it, but does less damage overall. Chat, we're throwing hands today. Is this a Steam demo of the game? Yes, it is. They moved from the prologue to the demo. So we are currently playing the demo. We still have all of our save data from our prologue. transfer it to this. And then they said for the real release, it will transfer over to real release. True release. This thing could actually kill me, I think. Is that knockup? Oh my god, wait. Not me about to die. Oh my god, I just died. It popped a Death Defiance. Alright. My bad, my bad. Maybe I wasn't trying hard enough just then. Okay. So we died in the loop on not the final difficulty, the difficulty prior to that. Felt pretty good. I can say that, you know, when the game comes full circle, release, we will be there day one. I just gotta keep farming, because I would like to know this game pretty much more than I do now. Yeah, I would like to know this game pretty well so that by the time it actually does release, I can have some vids up for it. Same thing we did for like Dead Cells and Hades. I think it's just fun to do that for games we enjoy. Alright, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I like to get you all the best content that I can. If you want to take a moment, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, ring the bell notifications so you can get those. You could also consider supporting the channel by becoming a channel member. All of those are links which are in the description. Just scroll down and you'll see them. Either way, thanks for joining in, and I'll catch you on the next video.